Just talk to me about Todd.
You know, it's been a very tough, couple of weeks. The boxing community and myself, is one of my really good friends, Todd Harlib, a very well-known cutman and a kind of a Mr. Do-It-All in boxing. He passed away about 3 weeks ago, and we were really looking forward to this fight. His guy Jamal Charlo, the IBF junior middleweight champ, and my guy Julian Williams. It's been a long time coming. So my heartstrings are really pulling, because it's going to be kind of weird not seeing him in the opposite corner. And I think not just for myself, but the whole fight community is at a loss, and it's something that I'm sure we're going to feel for a long, long time.
Give me your best memory of Todd.
The best memory of Todd is usually that anybody that ever met Todd really didn't like Todd that much at first. He always had some kind of complaint. There was always something was going wrong, or somebody had made him mad. And he just had one of those personalities that kind of grew on you. And he ended up being, turns out he ended up being one of my best friends. He got to know my kids, and being that we travel so much, on the fight circuit, pretty much all around the United States and around the world. Todd was always the guy that greeted me either at the airport, or he was the first guy coming through the lobby door whenever we traveled. And we worked a lot of fights together, and he was a huge part of the War Tape family. And he brought my son Andrew into the Nike boxing family, which my son Andrew hopes to carry on. And I want to assist in any way I can. But from a personal level, it's just really hard. I'm a homicide detective. I deal with death all the time, and this one really hit home to me. And it's a huge loss for me personally.
What's like the funniest thing you remember about him?
I remember watching a fight, and somehow or another the other fighter disrespected his fighter, and I think it was actually on ESPN, and Todd almost came unglued in the corner. And I have this couple of pictures or a video that you could probably look up, and he's there yelling and screaming at the other fighter, and for a second, I thought he was going to take off his Cutman jacket and he was going to put the gloves on, and him and this fighter were going to fight. And if you knew Todd and his personality, then it made it that much fun. It made it that much more funny.
What would you say, was the best thing you learned from him?
Being what we like to say as cutmen, we were like kind of in our younger cutmen, because there's a lot of older cutmen out there. So Todd was a contemporary of mine, like a guy like Aaron Navarro or Mike Basil, guys that we look up to, guys like Stitch Duran and Joe Chavez's rest in peace, and Miguel Diaz, and guys like Carlos Vargas. But Todd was a contemporary of mine, and we exchanged a lot of information, a lot of ideas. We were really trying to take the cutman business and the cutman community kind of to the next level. And it's going to be hard not being able to carry that on without him.